I'm working 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
Hey, Brittany. Eva seems to be acting kind of strange.
Sorry, what was that? I was playing with Eva in her room.
How'd she? She was just right here staring at me.
Are you feeling alright?
I don't know.
Give you up, never gonna let you down. Run around and desert you. Make you cry, say goodbye. Tell you why and hurt you. Give you up, never gonna let you go down. Run around and desert you.
Oh, man. I'm seeing things today. What's going on? Oh, shoot. Okay. Hey, Sharon.
Hey,
What are you doing here?
the wedding's coming up pretty soon. I thought we could go over speech ideas together.
Right now?
Yeah, if you're not doing anything too important.
Well, I mean, I was kind of in the middle of some...
Oh, it'll just take a sec. Come on, please.
All right, come on in. All right, so what do you got for me?
Well, I was thinking we could bounce some ideas off each other. It'd be nice if we were somewhat on the same page for the big day. So, what do you think we should do?
Well, people usually start with sharing memories that they have with the bride and groom, and I'm sure you have some good memories with Sarah that you could share with everyone.
Yes, I do. I'd probably say something like, good afternoon, folks. I hope you're enjoying those dinner rolls and the potatoes. Well, speaking of potatoes, I have memories of Sarah and potatoes. And I know Peter enjoys potatoes, so he can join right in. Let's see. Sarah was probably 2 or 3 or 4, so really young. And this was the first time I remember us doing this. Somebody, I don't remember who the cook was that day, decided it would be fun to put blue food coloring in the mashed potatoes for dinner. So when the lid was lifted off the pot of potatoes, Sarah looked at him and she burst into tears. It was just too much to handle, different colored mashed potatoes, and she wouldn't eat them. Well, several years later, we were having Easter dinner, I believe, and we're putting the finishing touches on the meal. Sarah and my mom and I were in there, and we come up with this prank on Izzy and Michael and Dad, and we decide, I'll wrap up my hand. We'll tell them this. And I wrapped up my hand in a bandage. And we told them that I had cut my hand while cutting the mashed potatoes, making the mashed potatoes, and I'd lost a little bit of blood in the mashed potatoes, but we didn't really want to throw out the whole pot and start over, so let's just eat it. Just a little iron, right? And so they seemed to accept it willingly, like, oh, well, okay, why waste a good pot of mashed potatoes? We does love our potatoes. And so they bow our heads for prayer, and the joke was going along well. Hilarious. A little too hilarious because my mom started laughing in the middle of my dad praying for the meal. And that didn't really turn out well. Why are you laughing at the prayer, Mom? And so we had to spill the whole joke. And, well, at least the whole family got to enjoy it. But we were a little curious why they weren't more curious about why the mashed potatoes were pink with supposedly blood. So, Peter, I know you love potatoes, so I hope you enjoy the mashed potatoes the Dell way.
That's awesome. It really is. It makes me think of this one time when Peter and I were in a band together, and things got a little crazy one day. Hi everyone. Hey. So we're all here for Peter and Sarah, the lovely bride and groom. So anyway, I'm gonna share a little memory that I have of Peter. So a long time ago, in a land far, far away, called Princeton, Minnesota, Peter and I were in a band together in high school with Wesley Berg, who's here tonight, and Mike Cameron. Some of you may know them, some of you may not. Anyway, so we're in a band together, and we're about to have a band practice when we're over at Wes's house. I had to make a quick leave to go to get a haircut, to a haircut appointment. So I go, and they made a pizza while I was gone. And while I was gone, they set aside a couple pieces and a glass of lemonade. And they put X-Lax under the pizza cheese, the cheese of the pizza, and they put it in the glass of lemonade too, and it just looked like pulp.
Hold on a sec. Just wait. The story's getting kind of strange.
All right. I know it sounds strange, but just stay with me here, and I promise it'll pay off in the end. Anyway, as I was saying, they put the X-Lax under my cheese of the pizza and in the lemonade, and I get back from my haircut appointment, and I gobble it up, because I thought they'd just set it aside for me, like good friends would do, right? So we go to my church for band practice, and as we get there, we're going in the doors, and I have to go to the bathroom like I never have before. It was insane. So I bolted to the bathroom. I'm running like crazy, and the guys follow me into the bathroom, and they're laughing their heads off, and I could not tell why. I thought it was just the situation. But a month later, I'm at school with Wes, sitting at the lunch table, and he tells me that it was Peter's idea, even though it really wasn't. That's the thing, it really wasn't. But he told me that. So I had to get back at Peter. So one day at another band practice, I put some pickles, which we all know Peter hates pickles. I put pickles in some brownies that my mom sent with me. And Peter, gets the brownies when he comes and says, "Hey, these smell kind of like pickles." And we're like, "Peter, they're brownies. Why are they gonna smell like pickles?" You're thinking weird thoughts, man. Just get over it. Eat a brownie. So he eats the brownie, and sure enough, there's pickles in there. And he got mad, but he ran around trying to catch Wes, because I told Peter that Wes told me it was Peter who came up with the X-Lax idea. So he's running around trying to catch Wes, and we were just all laughing, and Peter was laughing, and we just had a good time. And even though we would do all this joking around, it was still some of the best times, and I couldn't think of a better person to share them with. I love you, Peter.
Well, the moral of the story is good, but not gonna lie, it was just really strange.
It was kind of strange. It was kind of weird.
Well, beyond the memories, I was thinking we could share some good qualities, things we admire about them.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Do you have anything so far?
Yeah, definitely. Something like...
Something like...
Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Oh yes, something like... Well, Sarah, my sister, my only sister, whom I love, today is your wedding day, and I think back to when you were born, just precious little bundle of joy, and Izzy, Michael, Mom and Dad and I are all so happy to have you, and just watching you grow up, not just watching, but I was there, I think all but maybe a few months we lived together our entire lives. So I remember the proud big sister moments of teaching you how to ride your bike, how to rope wild steers, how to walk a tightrope across the Grand Canyon, or at least one of those things I taught you. Also, we would be this dynamic duo. When we got to know people, we would bully them with kindness until they liked us. That was always fun. People always raved to me how great you are, Sarah, and how funny you are. And we went to Bible school together, and that was a wonderful experience. We got to see how you just would lift your heart and your soul to the Lord, and all those opportunities for bitterness and offense you would say no to, and even just loving the Lord even more. And you're also, I think you're a better preacher than I am. Got to rave reviews again from your classmates and other people. And then here we are now. Both graduated from Bible school, and now you're leaving the Dell Way. It's been a pleasure to join the Greenwood Way, to form that new Greenwood Way with Peter. And so I love you guys. I bless you, and it's a great wedding.
Very touching. I like that. I really do.
Thank you. I just said what was on my heart. It is my little sister after all.
Well, I, on the other hand, am not the best at coming up with things on the spot, but that really inspired me, and I think I might just know what to say. Peter, never in a million years did I think I'd be standing up here tonight as a married man. You see, Peter, he was always more of the social butterfly growing up, and I was always more the shy one. And though I was shy, I learned a few things from Peter in my 20 plus years of knowing him. He showed me what it means to be extroverted, something I didn't know too much about. And I always admired how he could just be himself around anyone at any time. He was never fake. He never had to try to be cool. He just was. And even though he has all these amazing attributes, he waited on the Lord to reveal his wife. Something I could not do. I practically made the Lord show me my wife. But Peter, he had patience and wisdom, and even gave up a year of his life to say no to the pursuit of a woman's heart, and yes to the pursuit of the heart of his heavenly Father. Now that is what a man of God looks like. A man pursuing righteousness first, and the love of his life second. And man, did it work out for him. After all of his patience, he found Sarah. A beautiful and funny, godly woman. And I couldn't be more excited to see Peter the happiest I've ever seen him. Anyway, Peter, I know you're never going to give her up, or let her down, or run around and desert her. Wait. And just a quick side note. When Peter first told me that he met Sarah, I told him that she was going to be his future wife. I'm just saying, I called it. Just saying. Anyway, cheers to the bride and groom.
Nice. I really like that tribute to Rick Astley at the end there.
Oh, yeah, thanks. He's the guy that sings Butterfly Kisses, right?
No, but never mind. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I think we got a good start to our speeches today. I'm glad you ended up coming over. I needed some help and advice.
Well, I'm glad I thought of it. Hopefully it all goes over well.
Yeah, seriously.
Eva is so funny. She's just standing there staring at me.
Really? I didn't even know she was out here.
Yeah, she's right. She was just right there. Is that Eva out there playing with Brittany?
Huh. Yeah, she's kind of been doing that lately. Let me walk you out before any more weird things happen.
Good idea.
Well, thanks again for forcing me to go over our speeches.
Well, it needed to be done, and now we're prepared for the big day.
Agreed. Well, I'm gonna get back to watching The Notebook.
What was that?
Nothing. I said nothing at all.
This wedding is going to be amazing. Hey, you all just got rickrolled.